We're too quick to look for outside influences. Too quick. And when we are that way, we are a medical problem. Now my fingers have had no feelings at the tips for a couple of months now. And I kept saying to myself, when will this numbness go? But this morning, it came to me. They're not numb. They're frostbitten. That's what they are, frostbitten. And that ice inside of me must melt away. You want to know something? Tonight, these fingers feel better. Know thyself. Got it? And speak the right language. Because the Spirit understands the right language. Not all those highfalutin technological language, all these numbers. Keep it simple. And I think that film, I saw only part of it with Cruz. What was the name of it? You got any idea?
Minority
About Washington, D.C.?
Minority Report.
Minority Report.
That's right. Minority what?
Report.
That's right. Think of it. With all that complexity, with all that lying, finally Cruz and his wife got together. Did they look for all that gold, all that this, that, the other thing, all that pump? How did it end? With a cabin. A cabin in the sky. Yeah. And that's what we should be dreaming about. A cabin in the sky. Keep it simple. So gall, from the gallbladder, is something to counteract an evil in us. So once we get rid of the evil, will the gall be necessary anymore? No. And this comes to my next issue, heartburn. What's a heartburn? We use it as what? Meaning I have what? When I say I have a heartburn. What does it mean?
Indigestion.
That's right, indigestion. Why do we use these two words, heartburn? I thought the indigestion came from what we call our GI tract. That is the intestinal. But it is true, we have a heartburn. We have. So you see, in Brooklyn we had a pretty slang saying when we didn't like somebody. You ought to be shoved up and made over again. And that's exactly what we have to be. Made over again. Even in the slang, there's wisdom. Now I eat, you eat, but I'm going to talk about me, and as I talk about me, you talk about me, you. I eat, I chew. Saliva helps to chew or digest. Finally, it gets into the stomach, and it gets ground up in there, the best that it can, and finally it starts going through the small intestines. Oh, there's different sections of it, but I'm not concerned right now of the different sections. When it gets to a particular section, the gallbladder sends its bile in there, or gall, in order to work upon the fats. And down further, as we go along this inner adventure, we have capillaries. Because by now, we have taken the proteins and broken them down into what may be called amino acids, and the blood vessels or the capillaries there pull them in. But we also have the fingers. And to me, I look at them as two nationalities, Russian and Roman. Russian fingers and Roman fingers. And what do they take? They take the fatty acid and bring it in and then dump it into something back there called a Pasquale Cerasoli. Now here, this material is not completely digested. From the Pasquale Cerasoli, we have a big lymphatic duct following the spinal column, and those proteins or amino acids must be digested still further. But all this material finally accumulates and dumps it into the inferior vein into the heart.